Okay, y'all really need to understand this, but you never lose money.
As a woman who is a millionaire that literally works 5 to 10 hours a week, people are always asking my secrets to success.
When you go to the grocery store and you spend $200 on groceries and it stresses you out and you feel like, damn, I just spent $200 on groceries. Well, no, you didn't.
Hey everybody, my hair's not combed. Anyway.
Oh well.
Hey, how you doing? My mind's on my money, my money's on my mind. I have no money, so I'm pretty brain dead.
Well, I guess if you're broke, you don't have anything on your mind.
That was a horrible intro, man. Ooh, I'm really bad at this. Anyway.
Today, we're just going to be talking about, like, different ways of thinking about money. Because if you want to be wealthy, you're going to have to change your mindset about wealth and money.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see I'm not the intro guy here.
That's just how it's going to be, so. Forget everything your parents taught you. Because a lot of parents ain't teaching their kids about money.
Yeah, truly.
Neither are the schools.
No.
Well, let's get into it.
When you go to the grocery store and you spend $200 on groceries and it stresses you out and you feel like, damn, I just spent $200 on groceries. Well, no, you didn't. You spent $200 and you exchanged that energetic currency for $200 worth of health and wellness and nutrients. So every time I spend money, I'm not thinking like, wow, I just lost that on something. No, I traded it for something that's the equal value. And so by thinking about it like that, my abundance never lacks. Right? It never goes away because whenever I spend money, I still have it. Yeah. It's everywhere.
I feel like I get what she's saying. It's just very manifesty, I guess.
I'll say this. I guess I've never been the most manifesty person. There's more nuance to that than just, I exchanged my energy for my energy currency.
Yeah.
Well, that energy currency you got was not enough compared to the costs of energy currency that we need to use to get groceries. Okay, you should be getting more currency for your energy.
Yeah, that's true, because if the groceries are expensive, you're not always going to be feeling very abundant, but it's great if you do and you have like a positive mindset or like just something to comfort you about that.
I'm gonna say that the comforting is that the comfort you need that's a good idea, but you still need to recognize the fact that we are not getting paid as much as we need to do to live. Our wages have stayed the same. They will not raise it federally, but the rich will keep getting richer. We will not.
But like, it is an exchange.
Exactly.
Because if you're spending money, you really don't want the money. You just need what the money can buy.
Yeah. And
if you have those things, that can still be considered like a type of wealth until they run out, like groceries. But still, like, from that viewpoint, I can see what she's saying.
Yeah. It came out the most long about way though, in my eyes. But there's more nuance to it. I get what she's trying to say. Trying to put more mental block on stress.
Yeah.
About it.
And I like how this person mentioned the food is toxic. All these recalls coming out. Like, what is going on?
Oh, it's a lot.
Yeah.
As a woman who is a millionaire that literally works 5 to 10 hours a week, people are always asking my secrets to success. And so now I'm about to go over the 10 habits that you need to implement in the next 30 days if you want to see a radical change in your life. And this is going to be a good one. The first habit that literally changed everything for me is that I stopped listening to videos like this. Let me explain before you scroll away. You do not need to try to learn 10 habits at one time. You do not need to try to establish 10 habits at one time. You don't need to try to establish 5 habits or even 3 habits at the same time. You need to focus on one, maximum 2 new habits at the same time. We do not have the capacity to add 4, 5, 6, 10, especially new habits at the same time and expect to be able to implement them efficiently and them stick. Think about how God created seasons, right? Everything doesn't happen in the same season. And you have spent so much of your life trying to rush and trying to go faster that all the time you wasted stopping and starting, trying to do everything at once and getting nothing done. If you would have just done it in seasons, it would have been accomplished by now and you would have already had the life of your dreams and the goals, and your vision board would be your reality. And don't worry, I know I was there. I was you. And the thing that should comfort you about that is the fact that because I was able to get out of it, you can too. But what you need to stop doing is like overestimating what you can get done in a year, but underestimating what you can can get done in 5. And I know a lot of people just don't like to hear that because it doesn't go along with the make money quick rhetoric. Here's the craziest thing about it. The fastest way to make money is to focus on just one thing, not putting your hand in 15 different pots. People who say have multiple streams of income, you know how they do it? They start off by focusing on one stream of income, by ramping that up to the level that it's so strong that it easily enables them to now open these new streams of income. Literally, I focused on scaling my business with one product. I used one social media, and I literally sold the same thing and said the same thing over and over. And that is how I scaled my business in 8 months to 7 figures. And so many people cannot have the focus to be able to do that because it's so tempting to turn your head to every single shiny object. And here's the crazy part, y'all. It's all of them work. You can do affiliate marketing. You can do drop shipping. You can create courses. You can do like Etsy. You can do, own a small business and buy a car wash. It really doesn't matter. There are millionaires doing all of these things. The question is, what do you want to do? What does the lifestyle that you want look like? And which one is going to align with that? For me, that looked like financial freedom. I wanted uncapped income and I didn't want to deal with any physical products or shipping issues. I wanted location freedom. I wanted to be able to travel anywhere in the world. And I wanted time freedom, something low maintenance and something that could genuinely help other people. That's how I landed on course creation. And when I figured out that's what I wanted to do was to help other people get a transformation through digital products, I got a free training like the one that I offer on my page and I followed the instructions. And within months, I saw my life completely change. So if that's what you want to, I'm telling you, your first step is just to take the first step and stick with it. As a woman.
Well,
I ain't got nothing else to say, really. I'm gonna take her first advice. And now listen. I do get that one point where like people like multiple streams of income, but they just don't be focusing on the one stream that gives them enough money so they can focus on those other streams.
Yeah, that's true. And then don't underestimate yourself, but then don't overestimate them either. But still, if you want to sell courses, I feel like it has to be something that's really valuable that the internet doesn't really offer you freely. But I don't know.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm never gonna listen to someone's course.
Yeah, because I just feel like now in this day and age, everything is available for free on the internet. And even if not, you can always shop around and you will find people, maybe even locally, that can teach you things for a lot cheaper. So the people that are selling courses, obviously, I guess it might be a good business, but again, I feel like there's something they're not telling you because they're making money from like these courses, but then it's like they tell you these tips and that it made them all this money, but it was actually just kind of like the ones that are ripping people off.
Yeah.
That's how they're making the money.
Because truly, like, oh, hey, here's how I made a lot of money. I'm going to tell you my job. I'm going to tell you my money job thing. Like, I made a lot of money, so you are my competition. That legit financially makes no sense. No millionaire, nobody who's making good money is going to tell you that.
It really doesn't make sense, but I guess there's enough money out here for all of us,
and
like they say.
And drop shipping, well, they're supposed to be, but the billionaires are hogging all of it. Also, drop shipping is the dumbest thing of all time. Because it got to a point where dropshipping is not even able to be done on TikTok no more.
Yeah, and they're kind of, because instead of just doing the normal thing and raising the price a little higher than what you bought it for,
yeah,
they're like raising it excessively so they make a very large profit, and you wouldn't know if you don't shop around.
Because that was supposed to be the whole point of dropshipping. Because at the end of the day, dropshipping was a scam. It was a scam. Hey. Because, certain people aren't just going to go look around for things for a cheaper price. Because at the point where dropshipping first came up, we weren't at that point. The people kept doing that over and over again because we got, hardened financially.
Yeah.
It was, hey, this thing's cool. This is the first page I saw that had it. I'm buy it. But now people are actually looking around. You have channels on TikTok taking down dropshipping channels on TikTok saying, actually, they're charging you like $7 for this. It's $10 on Alibaba.
And if you find something online that someone is selling, look it up on AliExpress or Alibaba, and I bet you it's there for like a couple cents or maybe like a couple of dollars, and it's ridiculous. These people want what like one certain person is selling,
Yeah.
but you can still support them in other ways. Don't let them rip you off.
Yeah.
Like, you like them, but you don't have to buy from them all the time.
Like this one guy I saw, he was trying to sell silk bonnet beanies.
I've seen it.
It's like, I made this. And then I proceeded like, I don't think you made it. I looked on AliExpress. Boom, this thing has existed since 2016. Probably even before that. You did not make that. He's like, I made Pokemon one. No, you didn't. $5. It was $5 on AliExpress.
Yeah. Please don't be out here ripping people off. And don't be lying that you made something when you didn't. People will catch on. And the main thing is having people's trust.
For real. And most TikTok shop things are scams. They exist already.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell you that.
Women and money. Can you talk a little bit about that? So when I was feeling inferior on money, I was like, well, I never went to college. What do I need to know? He's like, Elena, money is simple. There's only 3 things you need to know about money. 1, you got to learn how to earn it. 2, you got to know how to store it, which is different from save it. 2, you store it until you have enough to put into number 3, which is most people don't know how to do, which is to put it into an income producing asset. How do you make your money make babies? How do you make it grow? So earn it, store it, and multiply it. And the multiplying it is by investing it into an income producing asset. So it doesn't depend on my work. That's the only way to go to wealth. You don't earn your way to wealth.
Or save your way.
Or save your way. Women.
And I would like to say that you don't. Especially like some people out here trying to be like, I want to be a billionaire. You better be prepared to be basically a slave. You better be prepared to be the evilest person you know. Because money does not come through just hard work, man. I'm going to tell you that now. They come through a lot of game plans, sometimes evil, sometimes good. Mostly evil.
That's what a lot of these corporations have done to get where they're at. So don't envy people because of their money. You don't know what they had to do to get there.
Exactly. Some of them, they had to sell their soul. Not literally. Because some of y'all think when people say they sold their soul, they mean they went to Satan. No. They had to throw away all their morals. And do you want to do that? Do you want to throw away all your morals?
Let's not do that.
No.
But investing is a really big part. So definitely learn investments.
Most definitely.
And move strategically.
Sure.
Don't just do anything that you hear online. They say it's a good investment, bad investment. Like, do your research and just look at it based on your own situation.
Yeah. Like Trump coin. So funny. It's not funny. It's sad. 'Cause a lot of people lost their money, but like just because the big new cryptocurrency, especially with that, when it comes to like investing in currencies, don't do that. Invest to like actual businesses.
What about Haktua coin?
Haktua, that was also that basically the same type of coin. Both rug pulls.
What is her coin called?
It was called a Hawk coin.
Oh my god! Just stop with the cryptocurrency.
And we have not heard of her since she got called up by CoffeeZilla. Is she okay?
I hope so. But anyway.
That's like it's December. She's been gone for like multiple months.
I feel like maybe she just went back into the shadows because she doesn't want the negative attention.
Yeah.
But I hope she's okay.
Yeah, me too. But that's what happens when you rug pull people for millions of dollars.
Yeah. I wonder though if it would make sense to like wait out these new cryptocurrencies like for a long time so that it gives them enough time to do their rug pull, if that is what it is.
Yeah.
And then like if it's legit, then invest into it.
Well, here's the one tip I always say with investing in crypto, which I barely do. I use Coinbase, and they gave me free cryptocurrency. I had like $5 worth of crypto. Don't go for meme coins. They're a meme for a reason. They're not going to get any higher. It's in the name. It's a meme. It's not going to get as high as you think it is. It's not going to be Bitcoin. Only the legitimate ones like Ethereum and stuff like that will try to become crypto, like Bitcoin. The ones that try to become Bitcoin are the most likely ones to actually have successful stuff. But they're all being crashed by someone trying to do some scam like NFTs, crash Ethereum almost, and like, ugh.
As always. Don't invest in everything.
Don't invest in everything that has to do with crypto, because crypto is very volatile.
And don't fall for the scams and the get rich quick schemes. Don't do it.
Yeah, for real. Just invest in Bitcoin and have fun.
Exactly.
This is a very common problem when you're finally trying to save your emergency fund. You save it up and then boom, an emergency happens. You have to start all over again. The first thing I want you to know is that it is normal to encounter setbacks before leveling up. This even happens to me. It can feel really frustrating because you feel like you're finally trying to get it together. You're finally trying to save some money and the universe just won't let it happen. I want you to pause the frustration really quick and think about the positives here, okay? Because there are positives. Number one, you had the money this time to cover that unexpected expense. You did not have to go into debt to pay for it. And that's the whole purpose of the emergency fund. When something unexpected happens, you have the money sitting there to pay for it. So does it kind of suck that you have to start over? Yes, but at least you had the money this time. Also, you are building really good habits by even saving that in the first place. The more times that you do it, the better the habits get. And it is easier to save it up again when you have already done it before. This is such a common problem in my students, and like I said, it even happened to me. And when I was first on my journey, finally saving up an emergency fund, it got wiped out several times before it finally stuck. I would finally save $1,000 or $2,000, and then boom, my car would break down, or boom, my daughter would drop my phone and I would have to get it fixed. And at the time, that was my only savings, so it felt very bad to have it get taken from me. But I just kept chugging along, and that is the answer here. Just keep going. Just keep saving. These emergencies are not going to continue happening forever. While you're saving it up again, if you want to, you can look into subconscious money block. This goes into mindset work, and it is basically looking at your subconscious thought patterns to see, do you have any old limiting beliefs or old subconscious thoughts that you're holding that are blocking you from getting further than what you're getting? Do you have a limiting belief that every time you save $1,000, it's going to get taken from you? Is that what you're expecting to happen? Because if that is true, then that is what is going to come into your reality. If you're interested in doing money mindset work specifically, go to Instagram and look up at Manifestation Babe. She is really good. But the main point is, this is not going to happen forever. It is not a never-ending cycle. It just feels that way right now. So just keep going, keep practicing the good habits that you've built so far, keep building your savings, and you will see that over time, you will finally be able to have it stick. You got this.
Yeah. An emergency fund is there for a reason, and it do be getting wiped out, but that's the point of it.
That's why you have multiple savings.
Yeah, and investments.
Exactly.
And you could be earning on that money that's sitting there, and then when you withdraw it, then you have more than what you put in, and then you could still most likely keep something from it, because hopefully the rest covers your emergency.
Yeah, here's something that people don't tell you. To be able to save money and make more money, you need to have money in the first place.
That's true.
So just focus on getting some income, and then you can worry about everything else when it comes along.
Yeah, be strategic. Don't just be spending left and right.
Don't.
Yeah.
Not good for you.
That's how you build up your savings.
I used to be afraid of spending money. Every time I took my card out, even if it was for necessities, like toothpaste, I would feel ice running through my veins, and I would picture this scenario where my bank account would drown all the way to zero and some unfathomable thing would happen to me. And this was all because of the money script I learned growing up. I was taught to fear money. Remember when I was 16 years old, I got my first paycheck. I went to the mall with my mom and we split up, and I walked into BB. If you don't know, BB was poppin' back then. And I set my sights on this gorgeous leather jacket. I had wanted a leather jacket for a very long time. This one was priced at $150. My paycheck at the time was maybe like $220. And I knew even then that this leather jacket, because this is when clothes were made better, would last me a really long time. And so I bought the jacket, and I was so excited to go show my mom what I had bought, because I thought, wow, this is a great investment. Instead of buying 5 to 10 little worthless tchotchkes, I just invested in something that I will have for a long time. And side note, I did have that jacket until I was 26 years old. I finally had to get rid of it because the elbows were getting tattered. And when I showed my mom the jacket, her face went from blank to absolute rage. She told me that I was stupid to spend so much of my paycheck on this one thing, that I was careless with my money, and she should have never let me wander the mall alone to spend the money that I had earned. And that set the stage for how I would feel about money for the next 13 years. It wasn't until a watershed moment in my life where I realized my career was going nowhere, my potential was untapped, and that I needed to change my outlook on absolutely everything that I shifted from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. I've owned my own business for 2 years now, which means I get to create any opportunity that I want. And now every time I take out my card to pay for something, I send the energy out into the universe that whatever I spend is going to come back to me tenfold. And so far, it has. If you fear money, you will repel it. I had to learn that the hard way. And after years of buying cheap stuff, cheap in quality, cheap in price, household items, clothes, you name it, after years of doing that and destroying my bank account in the process because those things wouldn't last, I now know that the young me, the 16-year-old me, was right the first time in buying quality investment pieces. It's so important that we all create our own individual money scripts. Sure, it's important to take lessons from people who are smarter than you, financial advisors, if your parents were good with money, but you need to create a money script that works for you and isn't influenced by other people's scarcity mindsets. I used to be
And I'll be real, that's very true. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are working off of other people's ideas.
Exactly.
They're not figuring out what works for them. I'm not Dave Ramsey. I will never be Dave Ramsey.
Nope.
So I ain't going to use Dave Ramsey's rule set. I'll take in consideration what he says. I'm not going to, though.
Yeah, like use some of the tips that people give out, but that doesn't mean that you have to live by those things, because different systems work for different people.
For real, you got rich people out here on these podcasts trying to tell poor people how to run their money. Hey, dog, I live a different life than you. I gotta pay way more rent.
Completely different.
You have a house, I don't.
Actually ridiculous. Like, people are so out of touch too. It's like you can give tips, but it's not like a guidebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, but quality investment pieces, that's nice right there. She seemed like she knew what she was doing. I was getting kind of scared looking at the cost in comparison to her paycheck, since it's like pretty much over half. But obviously she knew what she was doing. So if it works for her, then there you go. But don't just take this and then be like, it's like half of my paycheck, but I'm investing in it. But is it really an investment? That's what you have to think for yourself.
Also, she was like 16.
Exactly.
At least give 16-year-old at least a couple of times to waste their paycheck on something, because that's a life, you know.
Exactly. They can go out here and splurge, but also use these things as like a teaching lesson, a teaching opportunity. And that's what her mom could have done instead of like berating her.
Yeah.
She could have been like, that might not have been the smartest option, but you will learn. Like, use that.
Yeah, because I remember when I was a kid wanting to buy a game. That's how I ended up buying used games all the time, because I did not have time to spend all that money on new games.
Exactly.
So it really helps out if you just actually kind of teach your kids that, like, you suck. You should go to hell.
You live and you learn. That's it.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Okay, y'all really need to understand this, but you never lose money. You only gain things of value. The only time money leaves my bank account is when I have the belief that what I'm exchanging it for is more valuable than money itself. Because do not forget, money itself has no value. It literally by itself is worthless. It represents value. So when you go to the grocery store and you buy hot dog buns and sausages and mustard and whatever the heck you buy, you don't lose 50 bucks. You gained things of value represented by 50 bucks. So can you not see from this perspective that even spending money is actually super abundant, because every time you do it, you are gaining something of value. Likewise, every time you offer something of value, that is exchanged for money. You earn money. That's so abundant. So the money circulatory wheel, the circulatory nature of money, is so abundant in and of itself. Whether you are exchanging something of value or whether you are offering money in exchange for something of value, it's all abundance. So if you only remember this for the rest of your life, it will completely transform your relationship to money and your scarcity programming. But every time you spend money, you don't lose anything. You only gain something that you perceive to be valuable. Okay, y'all.
I'm gonna be real, bro. You lose money.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to food. Well, then at that point, you only lose money if you're wasting the food or you didn't like it in the first place.
Or if there was a cheaper option that was just as valuable, maybe. But like, the losses do exist and it's okay. I feel like maybe we should just start thinking it's okay to lose money sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not horrible.
Well, it's not really losing money if you gave it away.
Mm.
But yeah, you can lose money as in, you actually lost the money, you gambled it away, you spent it on something that exploded on you.
Yeah.
Like the way that we lost money. We had tried to buy a refurbished TV off a website. They gave us socks.
But then it came right back to us.
Yep.
Because that's when you do a chargeback with your bank.
Yep. And even if you did it, you guys say, yep, something happened. Someone took my credit card, use it. Scam. It was a scam.
Yeah, because that's not cool.
It's not cool at all. It's actually really rude.
Exactly. But I guess girl math. What they're saying.
It made no sense to me, but I'm gonna keep it about 50 with y'all guys. Go ahead, go crazy.
I just get it. I guess it's the same. Like you're exchanging one thing for something that is just as valuable.
I guess.
Yep.
Don't girl math it. Don't girl math it. That's actually really bad math.
Yeah, please don't.
Here's a secret that rich people understand that if you ever want to get out of the struggle, you need to understand as well. It's actually not a secret. We're just not openly taught this. When you don't have money, you have to work for that money. When you do have money, you make it work for you. So how do you get from working just to make ends meet and pay your bills over to money is expanding and working for you? You probably don't want to hear this, but the answer is you're going to have to sacrifice, and we'll talk about what that looks like in a second. Here are the milestones you're going to have to meet to get to this other side, and this is the stuff that I'm teaching every single day on my channel because you can do this. First priority is saving up an emergency fund, $1,000 to $2,000 as a safety net, and then you go and you start paying off your high interest debt. All of your high interest debt needs to go. It's non-negotiable. Once you pay that off using an avalanche or snowball plan, you go back and you save your emergency fund to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in a high yield savings account. Now that money's already going to be working for you, making free money in a high yield savings account, but we're going to take it a step further and start investing your money. I don't mean crypto or individual stocks. I mean things like index funds or ETFs. I have more content about that if you're interested. Now you may be thinking, I don't have enough money to save, I can barely pay my bills, where this is where sacrifice comes into play. You want to hit these milestones by any means necessary. That means you might have to get side jobs temporarily. You might have to invest your time to learn new skills that can bring you more money. You have to learn how to say no to friends and family who don't know what your financial goals are. You have to let go of your image. Okay, so quit trying to buy the newest phone, the newest car, the biggest car you can afford, the biggest house you can afford. Is it fair that sometimes people have to work 2, 3, 4 jobs just to make ends meet plus try to hit their goals? No, not really. But you can either focus on that and stay stuck, or you can focus on trying to hit these goals and get yourself into a better situation. Working multiple jobs does not have to be forever, but guess what? Like I said, by any means necessary, you need to hit these goals. So if it takes you a couple years of working side jobs and working a lot of hours to finally get to a place of financial freedom, it is worth it. Trust me. You're also going to have to do some mindset work because mindset is absolutely everything. Mindset alone, just sitting there thinking about positive things, doesn't get you rich, no, but mindset opens up opportunities that you can't even imagine. When you do a lot of mindset work, you let go of limiting beliefs, you get out of the victim mentality, you start to realize that you are actually in control of your life and you can make anything happen for yourself that you want to. And take it from me, because I used to be worse than broke. I had $0 even negative in my bank account, and I was a single mom, very much struggling to get by. Because of all these things I'm talking about, I am now on the path to becoming rich in my future. I also want to talk a little bit about letting go of your image, and I'm going to use myself as an example again. I want a new Tahoe, and I have the money to go and get it. But should I do that right now? Should I go and buy a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 vehicle when I could be sinking that money into my investments that's going to get me a way bigger return? I have goals and I'm going to hit them by any means necessary. And for me, that looks like me continuing to drive around my paid off minivan because it has no payment. I send that money straight to investments, and that money is growing me money while I sleep. Everybody's goals are different. Everybody's threshold for going aggressively at their goals is different. So you have to decide, what does that look like for you? For me, that looks like being content with the material things that I have right now, being content with not getting my nails done every 2 weeks. I do them at home now. And guess what? I don't restrict myself down to the bare bones minimum. I let myself have fun with my money, and I still am able to hit my goals. That's because I did a lot of sacrifice up until this point to get to where I am right now. And I'm no different than you are. I promise you. Go look at my story on my page, my journey. It's pinned at the top of my page, and you will see what my journey has looked like. I've worked 14-hour days. I've worked multiple jobs at a time. I've invested thousands of dollars to learn new skills. I've done it all. I promise this is possible for you too. You just need to have some mindset shifts, and you need to understand that the main goal is making your money work for you. That's the goal by any means necessary, and that is why I'm on TikTok teaching the things that I teach, because this is possible for anybody. So commit to yourself. You're going to do one thing today to get you closer to your goals, whether that is sitting down and making a plan, or you can go to my bio and get my free Money Mastery Basics guide that will get you started. Just do something that's going to bring you closer. You got this, friend.
That's true. Also, like this comment caught my eye earlier, and it kind of makes people don't realize having an addiction keeps you down. The addiction needs to be handled. Food addiction, shopping, alcohol, and gambling.
Yeah.
What's up, food addiction? Oh man, you eating every single day, 3 times a day, probably more.
Why?
You get that handle.
Probably.
I get that. I get what they meant. It just sounds stupid to me.
It's just like everyone is always spending on like restaurants and ice cream and crumble cookie and all of that. And it's like you don't really need all of that. You can also
But doesn't that count on the shopping addiction, not a food addiction?
Well, maybe. I guess it's more specific.
Yeah, I get you. That was just really funny to me.
It's so stupid.
That was very funny to me. I was like, here's another rich person secret. Screw over everyone you meet and you will get a lot of money.
That's what a lot of them do.
Exactly. But I think they keep firing everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, but seriously, here's the thing. If you want to be rich, I'm going to say don't set your expectations too high, but work for it.
Yeah.
Because you could be rich, but I feel like you should really focus on becoming financially comfortable.
Yeah, it's all in saving and investing, which is the result of working.
Yeah. Because if you stress out too much and trying to become rich, you will end everything for yourself.
Exactly.
Focus on becoming financially comfortable. And once you're financially comfortable, maybe just start thinking about what can I do to reach my $1 million goals. Like that seems like the better idea. Don't just focus on becoming rich. Focus on becoming comfortable.
Exactly.
That's all I gotta say.
That's how it should be. So you just gotta change your mindset to fit that. And if you want to be financially free, then you could be financially free a lot sooner than you think you're capable of doing.
Exactly. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching the video.
Please comment. Comment. No, you just go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna slink down right now.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share the video, and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Bye, guys.
Bye.